This is ParrotX2, better known as Parrot. You have probably seen one of his insanely popular videos, and you might even know him as the owner of Lifesteal from seasons 1 to 4. Sitting at 1 million subs and 3/4 of the way to his second million, he has certainly created a notable channel here on YouTube. The question for today's video is, why did Parrot quit Lifesteal and make such a drastic content shift? And the more important question, why did it work? To understand how we got here, let's start where most things do, at the beginning. Parrot got his start on YouTube 4 years ago, posting random videos about popular YouTubers, which is insanely cringe. No one would make videos about other people instead of doing their own thing. Moving on, many of Parrot's oldest videos centered around one of the biggest SMPs at the time, and even still one of the biggest SMPs, the Dream SMP. You may have heard of it, especially over the last month or so with all the Dream vs. Tommy Innit drama. Anyways, a lot of Parrot's videos were based off of the events and happenings of the Dream SMP, which shows that ever since the beginning, he's been on top of trend writing and good at knowing what to make videos about in order to get views. Anyways, he continued making videos about Dream SMP with the occasional 100 days, until he finally found a viral video idea about a year into his YouTube journey. That idea was playing on his school SMP, where he would play on a Minecraft SMP organized by his school, and do things such as conquer it, become president, and more. Anyways, this series was insanely good for his channel, with the first video having over 4 million views, which is an insane view count. He continued the series for the next 3 videos, all of which had, albeit less than the first one, an insane amount of success. Little did Parrot know that the next series he started would lead to what I would call the golden age of ParrotX2. His first video on Lifesteal was pretty basic SMP content, or at least that's what it would be considered nowadays. However, back when he posted it 3 years ago, this was one of the only Minecraft videos like it, and Lifesteal was a very new and creative SMP. After Lifesteal took off, however, tons of Lifesteal copycats would spring up on the scene, and SMP content would become the same thing over and over again. Heck, even I was invited to an SMP boasting a custom plugin and up-and-coming content creators yesterday. By the way, if you didn't get that, the reason I brought it up was because that's what Lifesteal was known for. Side note, I know that this is not even close to yesterday, just ignore that please. Anyways, this was the golden age of ParrotX2, posting videos on the server whose popularity was skyrocketing. It was lucky that he got in on the action so early. He would post countless videos on the early days of Lifesteal, which is, in my opinion, the best time for Lifesteal. And while it's still running today and getting awesome new members like JumperWho and MinuteTech, Lifesteal today is not nearly as good as it once was. While the golden age of Lifesteal was upon them and the server's popularity was still rising, every single one of Parrot's videos would get at least 2 million views, and some of the outliers would even get up to 8 or 10 million. Eventually, however, the members noticed a decline in views when the server just stopped gaining popularity and started its slow but steady descent into insignificance. Season 4, I would argue, is the leading factor to the slow death of Lifesteal. Of course, it being up for nearly 3 years and just losing interest over time would contribute as well. Parrot tried to make videos in Season 4, but it was clear that he was kind of losing interest. The reason why I think Lifesteal died in Season 4 was due to the plot of the season. Lifesteal isn't scripted, and it never was. But this season was just boring. I think the main reason why the season was terrible was the wormhole. Some may argue that it was a fun twist, and that the season was good, but I thought it just ruined the fun of the server. For those of you who don't know what the wormhole was, it was basically a way to get creative mode in survival Minecraft. It sounds fun in theory, but once there, the server just got insanely overpowered, and no one was dying except to the overpowered spawn eggs that were placed around the server. The wormhole was created by SpokeIsHere, and therefore he was the main villain of the season. The wormhole was a fun premise for a couple of episodes, but after a while, it got very stale. It certainly wasn't a failure, as it was also the series that got Spoke to 1 million subscribers, but it also led to the most boring season. But that's enough talking about Spoke. This video is about Parrot. Parrot stuck it out until the end of Season 4, but by the time Season 5 rolled around, he was clearly very bored of the lifesteal format. He made a couple of episodes on the Season 5 server, but it all ended in a last video where his plan was to get banned. The goal was to break as many rules as possible on the server and not get banned, but I'm almost positive that he just gave someone else ownership of the server so that he could leave it. Sure, it's possible he just straight up got banned, but the likelihood of the server banning their current most popular member, who was also the owner, is slim. Especially if he was banned just for making a kind of joking video about breaking every rule in like a quirky way. That was a very strange way to write that sentence. I think he went into the video with the goal of getting banned so that he could transition to his most recent type of Minecraft content, that being the last 9, editors note it's 10 now, videos on Parrot's channel have all been over 3 hours long and are recorded on a Minecraft server called the Unstable Universe. The server is scripted, and every actor who participates in the roleplays has access to cheats. He's pretty transparent on the fact that this is a scripted roleplay server by putting it in the description. However, the videos all use lifesteal players in them as actors, and the first video I clicked on of these mega movies made me wonder what the heck was happening on lifesteal, as I hadn't tuned in for over a year at this point. Eventually, however, I figured it out and realized that this content shift is an amazing strategy for Parrot. You see, the average for these videos is around 6 million views, some of which even skyrocketing to around 10 million, which is even higher than his lifesteal era. And here's why. You see, YouTube's only goal is to keep its consumers, that's you guys, on the platform for as long as possible so they can show you as many ads as possible, and in turn, make as much money as possible. Parrot's videos are all super long, and a lot of his fans watch them for quite a while, if not the whole time. Therefore, he's keeping his viewers on the platform for a very long time. YouTube then wants to reward him with more suggestions in people's feed, which then gets them more watch hours and of course, more money. Repeat this a couple of times and the YouTube algorithm now trusts Parrot's channel to get them a ton of ad watches. Now to calculate. Most of Parrot's new videos are over 3 hours long, which is absurdly long. Assuming viewers only get an ad every 20 minutes, which is relatively unlikely, he's getting about 9 ads playing for every viewer who watches to the end. Multiply that by his 6 million average views, that is 54 million ad watches. Of course, not everyone's going to watch until the end, so it's only fair to take around 10 million ad watches off, leaving him at around 44 million. Multiply that by an average RPM, or revenue per mil, which is essentially the money YouTube pays after their cut, which for Minecraft YouTubers is normally $1. We can calculate how much money he makes on average from one of these videos. And after calculating, it's likely that he makes around $44,000 per video, which is actually insane considering he cranks them out around once a month. So, all in all, do you think that this content shift is good? I think that Parrot made a good choice, and while I don't really want to watch a 3-hour Minecraft roleplay, I'd rather watch a 6-hour Stardew Valley playthrough. Clearly, Parrot has found an audience that does. If you haven't already, please leave a comment down below with your thoughts about the content switch. And if you want to watch another video about the Minecraft modder that broke YouTube, click the video on screen now. That's all for today, so I hope to see you all somewhere else on the internet. And goodbye.